Shalom, shalom. It's a day after Tisha B'Av, Monday. I woke up in the morning after fasting and davening the whole Tisha B'Av. And when I woke up, I was very disappointed. I was disappointed because I opened up my phone and the channel news did not announce Mashiach. I didn't see on social media any announcements about the rebuilding of Beit HaMikdash. And I was disappointed. I tried very hard this year, but it didn't happen. Mashiach didn't come. Beit HaMikdash did not rebuild. Not yet. But here, we have a question. As I went to my davening in the morning, and I said over and over again those wonderful words that are tefillah for Mashiach and Beit HaMikdash. ואני ברוב חסדך אבוא ביתך אשתחווה לך קודשך בירתך. ישלח לקץ ימים משיחנו לפדות מחיקי קץ ישועתו. And now moving on with my davening, מזמור שיר חלוקת הבית לדוד. And then even in תפילת 18, we daven וגאלנו מהרה למען שמך ולירושלים עירך ברחמים תשוב כאשר דיברת והשבה עבודה לדביר ביתך. And over and we see that, you know what, I daven and it didn't happen. If this is not enough, at the end of Shacharit we see that there is a minhag to read 13 עיקרים של הרמב"ם, and the number 12 is אני מאמין באמונה שלמה בביאת המשיח ואף על פי שיתמהמה עם כל זה אחכה לו בכל יום שיבוא. And I'm asking why. How can we continue this way? Where do we have more powers to get up every morning and say ואף על פי שיתמהמה עם כל זה אחכה לו בכל יום שיבוא? And to answer that question, I think we need to look at this parsha. It's very surprising that this year and every year there is one minhag, one thing that we do. We read parashat דברים before Tisha B'Av, and we always will read parashat Vayetchanan after Tisha B'Av. And we learn that from מסכת מגילה, when it says ובשני בשבת קורין לאחר הפסח ובשלישי ובעשרה באב קורין כי תוליד בנים. כי תוליד בנים, it's a pasuk from that parasha. So we will always read parashat Vayetchanan after Tisha B'Av. And the words begins the parsha and it says Vayetchanan el Hashem ba'et ההיא. Moshe is begging Hashem to let him come into Eretz Israel. And what does it says? The word Vayetchanan, according to the Midrash, the Gematria is 515. 515 tefillot Moshe prayers that at that time only, so he will get permission from Hashem to come into Eretz Israel. He started on Tet Vav Av and he ended at Vav Adar, and then on Zayin Adar he was Niftar. Yalkut Shimoni says something a little bit frightening, I will say. He says that for 39 years that Bnei Israel walked through the desert, every Erev Tisha B'Av, 15,000 people from the Dora Midbar, those people that got punished for what happened right after they left Mitzrayim, and when they went to travel and spy in Eretz Israel. 15,000 people every Erev Tisha B'Av dug their own ground, dug their own graves, walked into it, lay down, and Rahmana litzlan, when they woke up in the morning, they were all dead. But something amazing, a miracle happened on the last year, the 40th year that they walked in the desert. 15,000 people, once again, dug their own graves, went lying into it, in the graves. And then in the morning, when everybody expected to see their bodies and just cover it up with some dirt, they found out, no, those people are alive. So the Midrash says, maybe they were wrong. Maybe it wasn't the right time. Maybe it was not Erev Tisha B'Av. Maybe it was a different day. So the next day they did it again, and the next day they did it again, and no one died until they looked up in the sky and they saw that it's Tet Vav B'Av, that the moon was full, and that for sure they knew, oh, Kadosh Baruch Hu bitel me'alenu et hagzera, it's everything is okay, Hashem forgave the rest. And since then, at that point, Moshe felt, well, this is the right time. Vayetchanan el Hashem ba'it ha'ii. there is a specific time at that point that Moshe says, well, this is a time that Shamayim is open and we can daven. So that's when he started to daven to Hashem 515 tefillot. But what Hashem says at the end was a little bit surprising. Hashem says, Al tosef, רב לך, ויאמר השם אליי, רב לך, אל תוסף דבר אליי עוד בדבר הזה. Stop davening. You can't do it anymore. This is the first time I see that that someone from Bnei Israel get an instruction to stop davening. We always try to encourage people to daven, but here Hashem himself comes out and says, no. Moshe, you have to stop. You cannot even do one more tefillah. Why? Because for every request that we have from Shamayim, there is a specific amount of tefillot that we need to do. And Hashem really told Moshe, listen, one more, and I won't have a choice, so I'll have to let you in, but it's not your job. You cannot come into Eretz Israel. There is also the question of why he's not allowed to come into Eretz Israel. What Moshe did was so wrong that he is not allowed to come into Eretz Israel. The answer is no. He did great. Moshe was amazing, but Moshe is the leader of Dor HaMidbar. And once all Dor HaMidbar left in the desert, they are buried in the desert, Hashem says to Moshe, you cannot come in to Eretz Israel. You will have to stay with them because one day Mashiach will come. And when Mashiach will come, the first thing he will ask is, where is Moshe? We need to do Tchiyat HaMetim and bring Moshe. And when you will bring Moshe, Moshe will say, no, I cannot come by myself. I am a leader of this Dor HaMidbar. They need to come with me. So Mukhrach, that they will also have some nechama at that point, and they will come and join us in Eretz Israel. Back to my question of how can we wake up a day after a day, daven for the same thing that we're not getting. The Orach Chaim says something amazing, fabulous. He says, Moshe actually teaches us 4 things that we need to do in order for the tefillah to be accepted. And he shows it in the parsha. He really shows how one by one we can see that. So number 1, we need to feel that we're really missing something. And by Moshe, he was missing the zchut to come into Eretz Israel. It shouldn't be something that you want. You need to prove that it's something that you also need. 2, lehodot hala tova. You want to ask for something? Don't ask for something because yesterday you did this chesed and 2 days ago you did a mitzvah. But it's lechinam. You have to give it, you need to give it to me because because of you, because this is what you do, Hashem, because your name is the big name, because so we really need to be modim. We need to thank Hashem for everything he does. 3, we need to have the emunah and also the bitachon that Hashem will fulfill our request. And the last one, it comes to the word va'et chanan, leshon matnat chinam, meaning when we turning to Hashem to tell Hashem, don't give it to me because I deserve it, but this is a free gift that you're giving me because of you. I just want you to have mercy on me, not because something that I did, because Hashem really doesn't own us anything. So with this Orach Chaim, I feel that 1, we didn't reach out the number of tefillot that we need to daven before we'll get Mashiach and we'll see the rebuild of Beit HaMikdash. And 2, we also need to remember that our Orach Chaim HaKadosh explains that we need to do 4 things, those 4 conditions in order for the tefillah to be accepted. So thank you very much and Shabbat Shalom.